Hello all English speaking friends. I haven't recorded a video in English for a while, so this is a video about the United States in August 2021. I have already recorded it in Spanish, so this is the English version. That's why I have already here all the cards. I have used the Waite deck for the main spread, and I have used this one, the Illuminati tarot, just for clarification here. Okay, so let's begin with the interpretation. This is the first, well, also before starting, I want to explain how I do this in case you're new to my channel. So first I tell you what the card means in general, and then I tell you what it means in this reading, okay, so that you can learn also how to interpret the cards and how cards are interpreted in general. So this is the position of the rising sign. So this is how the country is going to be seen, how the United States is going to be seen from abroad. Okay, so this is the Chariot. The Chariot is a card of movement. It's a card of protection also, because it has an armor and it symbolizes Cancer. Okay, so it's also a card of victory. So the United States is going to be seen as victorious and advancing moving forward, okay, during this month. So from outside of the United States, there's a good view of the country. The second card, this is the economy of regular people, of regular folk, okay? So this is a Page of Wands. Pages are news, wands are fire, it's job, is work. So there's going to be money that comes through work. It's a page, it's not a lot of work, but there is improvement in work conditions, slight improvements in work conditions. So the money that is going to be coming to regular people is because there is more work. Not more money, but more work. So if there is more work, then you can get a little bit more money. That doesn't mean that the work quality is going to be better. It's going to go back to the 80s or something like that, or the 90s. It's not. But there is a slight improvement in job conditions, in maybe in the availability of jobs. So there's going to be an increase of money related to jobs. Third, this is the position of communication within the country. This card means thinking, but not moving. So because we're talking about communications within the country and the general atmosphere, so there is not going to be an advancement in this position in communication. So we know that there have been a lot of fights in between groups of people in the country, because this thing has been fueled by the government and by the media, and this thing is going to basically stay the same with the Hangman. Okay, there's not going to be a lot of people protesting or things like that, but it's more a continuation of the same thing. The next one is the housing market, and this is a card of movement. It's the Eight of Wands. The 8 is a card of speed, so it means that there is going to be a lot of volatility in the market, in the housing market, and there's going to be a lot of movement. So probably houses are going to sell very fast, and also people will be able to buy and sell very fast. Okay, there's a lot of movement in the market, which may be eventually bad, because if salaries are not increasing a lot and people have to work a lot of jobs to get a regular house, and then there's a lot of movement in the housing market, then it may increase the price of houses, so it may eventually be bad. Okay, but this is a good time to sell and to buy. The next card is this position is for the public schools. Okay, and we have the 9 of coins, of pentacles. This is a good card, so there's probably going to be an investment of money. This is like, this woman is rich, so there's going to be an investment of money and resources in schools, which may be needed because of all the virus thing going on. Okay, so also remember that there was like the previous government, one of the first things that they did was to stop money to education, for education. Okay, so this is an injection, like they're putting money in the in schools, okay, which is good. The next one, it's the sixth position, the sixth house, and this has to do with jobs, okay. Here we have money through jobs, but we see that jobs here, because we have the Knight of Wands reversed, there is not going to be a lot of change related to jobs themselves. So the type of jobs available are going to be similar to the things that we have. So it means that people, in order to get money, they're going to have to work a lot of jobs. There's not going to be significant improvement in jobs. So the money that people will get will be through working more, and maybe through small little increases in salaries. But the jobs are going to stay kind of the same thing as what they were in the past, okay? In the recent past, at least. The next one is relationships with other countries, and we got the Tower, which is a scary card because it symbolizes Mars, which is the god of war, and the Tower is destruction. It's reversed, so eventually these people that are falling, instead of falling, they are moving upwards. So eventually it will be a good thing. I took 2 more cards to clarify, and I got the Eight of Swords reversed, okay, and then I got the World. The World is accomplishment of the things that you want, but it's also the card of Saturn, and that is restriction, okay. So it's going to be something unexpected, and there is going to be turbulence with the relationship in between the United States and some country, and it's going to be seen as something that is shaking the status of this relationship, but eventually it will turn out to be for good. Maybe in the future we will see it as something good, but I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be kind of scary. There's going to be some turbulence with some country or countries. The next one is the stock exchange, and it's a good card. It's Temperance. So the markets are going to be stable. They are going to be considering the good things and the bad things and advancing. Okay, there's a good moment of communication because Temperance is communication. See that the big companies that are the ones that trade in the stock exchange, they are always completely oblivious to the situation of the public, even if you just have a little bit more money, but not a lot, and jobs are really not improving a lot. This is a major arcana, so they are completely oblivious to everything. They live in their own world and they're improving. Okay. The next one is immigration. Probably you heard about what happened with DACA, with the this law that is trying to help people that came to the United States when they were young, and that they were educated here in the United States, and now they are unable to have any documentation, any paperwork, citizenship or residence or anything. So they're in an immigration status that is weird. Okay, so that means that there's this card, which is the Seven of Wands. This guy has a position, but he is in a higher position with respect to these other ones, so he can defeat opposition. So there's going to be an improvement and a slight advancement with this regard. Okay, this is not the solution. It's movement towards moving forward. Okay, hopefully things will begin, like they will change laws so that people that have that came to the United States and stayed here and they've been educated here, I hope that they can get some type of paperwork to solve their immigration situation. Okay, this is a beginning. Okay, it's not the solution, but there is moving forward. The next one is the one symbolizing the government. Is the Three of Wands, and this guy is waiting for an opportunity. He's not active. He's expecting some help. So I think that the government is trying to get the opposition to help them, to work with them, and I don't think that that's going to work out. So hopefully the government will realize that they will need a very comfortable chair if they're expecting the opposition to work with them, because that's not going to happen. But this is a very passive card of expecting help. The next card has to do with public health, and we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands reversed is going back to number 1. So it's going back instead of going forwards. This one advanced from number two, from number one, from the ace of wands, and is in a better stable position with regards to job. But when you reverse it, it goes back to the first position. Okay, so it's going backwards instead of going forwards when it comes to public health, okay, and public services. So chances are that something will happen with the virus thingy, and that they are already removing some laws regarding the usage of masks and things like that, and that's going to mean going backwards instead of moving forwards in a bad way. Okay, the next one has to do with like troubles and natural disasters. This is a card of swords. Swords is air, so it means that there may be something that have to do with air, whether it's tornadoes in August or hurricanes. So there may be some disasters that have to do with that. And regarding the virus thing, we have the World, which is a good card, but is reversed. So it's not going to be a very bad moment, but it's not going to be a moment for advancing either. For advancement, either it stays the same or goes backwards. Okay, partially because of the fault of the laws that they have stopped being implemented. Like they are saying, like, okay, now everything's okay. Let's go back to everything normally. Let's not use masks anymore. We are fine now, and that's going to decrease the success of everything that has been done in the past. Okay, if we add to this math the fact that a lot of people are not getting vaccinated because they have an immune system, so they're immortal, it seems. Well, if we add that to all the whole confusion and disinformation thing, then we have these two cards: laws that are being stopped, and then the virus. I mean, this is not a bad card because it's a world. So fortunately we're in summer, so summer is always a good moment for virus thingies, because the heat kills to a certain degree the virus. So that's going to work in our advantage, but still things are either going to stay flat or go backwards. So get worse, get it slightly worse. Okay? In general in the country. Like for a summary, we have the Magician reversed. The Magician is a guy that has all the elements on the table and he can manipulate them. He has the 4 elements. He has wands, he has swords, he has the cups, and the pentacles, the coins. But when we reverse him, all of them fall from the table. So either he cannot use them anymore, or he used them in a manner that is not good. So what do we have here? We have powerlessness. Things are going to move forwards just by inertia. There's not a lot of organization in this month. Nothing much is going to be done by those that have the power to do things. Things are moving forward by inertia. And if things are done, they are not going to be very good or effective. In the cut, we have something similar to what we've seen here. We have these two cards that are kind of similar. We have people that are continuing to think what they were thinking in the past. We have the same type of fights in between groups of people in the United States. Okay, because the King is a card of action, but when he's and the Cups is a card of emotion, so it's action regarding emotion, but he's reversed, so bad actions regarding emotion or no actions, nothing that moves. And then this guy is trying to decide about something, so to decide about something that may happen. Maybe they're waiting for this help that may happen, or it may be this, like this money that is given to the schools. Like this is making decisions that have to do with money. It can be this, because there's money here, there's money here too. So maybe it has to do with these decisions, like some money, like some decisions that are going to work out for some people. Like the stock exchange is going to be in a good position. So this is kind of a summary of the month. It's not a bad month. In general, it's going to be kind of good. The bad things are either going to be stable and continue to be what they were, or slightly get a little worse, but nothing dramatic. Okay, so it's gonna be a good month, and I hope that you will have money, that you will have jobs. If you are selling or buying houses, that you can do that with a good price for you. That is advantageous. And I wish you the best for this month, and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching my channel. See you the next video. Bye bye.